Hey guys, Jeff Megares here with a new video, and it's finally over. The embargo is over for every person who had a early Switch review unit, and a lot of news is coming in, a lot more news than I can actually follow. And as always guys, if you want to know where I'm getting my information from, I'll have everything linked down in the description below. Anyways guys, right now the biggest problem, it seems that the right Joy-Con isn't perfectly synced with the left Joy-Con. A lot of people have been playing Breath of the Wild lately, and they see that the right Joy-Con seems to be lagging. The analog camera stick doesn't respond perfectly as it really should, and this is a real big problem because they said one of the solutions that they saw was attaching the Joy-Cons to the Joy grips, making it closer together. And the whole point of the Joy-Cons was for it to be used in a relaxing manner, or at least it was one of the ways I wanted to do it. It was one of the ways it showcased in the presentation, where the man was on a couch and he had the Joy-Con separated. He was lying down on the floor, or on the couch I mean, and he was playing the game without the Joy grips and the thing attached. And if you can't do that, it really sucks. Hopefully that the Joy-Cons will be well synced when we get a day one patch. I will talk about that day one patch. Just remember that, keep that in mind, because I will talk about it more later. But as of right now, as how people are using it, it doesn't seem like they are actually fully functional yet. Anyways, moving from that, more Joy-Con problems. There are more Joy-Con problems, and that being that when being blocked of signal, the Joy-Cons don't respond at all, just both of them together. It doesn't matter if they're on the Joy grip or anything, they just don't respond. You see, I'll show you Game Explain, he put the Joy-Con behind his back, and he was getting rough signals from the Joy-Con to the Switch. And this is going to be an issue for me because, like most people, I like to play video games on the couch. And when I play video games on the couch, I always have a blanket with me. This may not be a problem for you, but it is a problem for me. But I always have a blanket with me, and I always have the controller under the blanket. You know what I mean? And if I can't have the Joy-Cons under the blanket I know, right? Boo-hoo me, right? But this is something I always do when I play video games, and if I can't experience Breath in the Wild under a blanket, that just sucks. It breaks. It's a big thing, you know. It's something I like to do for me in general. And if I can't use the Joy-Cons under a blanket, it really kind of sucks for me because, you know, it's pretty cold where I live, and to have a blanket and just play video games and have the controller under you when you're playing with a blanket, it's comfortable, man. That's just the whole point of TV mode, is to have it on your TV and you be playing on a couch. That's what video gaming is about. And if I can't be the most comfortable position I find, then that kind is like, am I playing a console anymore? Because now it just feels like I have to be undocked all the time to experience the full Switch because of connection problems and things like that. It's something that no other controller has. You don't have to deal with that on a PS4. You don't have to deal with that on a PC. You don't have to deal with that on an Xbox One. This wasn't even a huge deal on the Wii U, because at least on a Wii U, you were like, actually it kind of was a big deal on the Wii U because there was huge connection issues when showing images. So I guess they didn't learn their lessons. Nintendo didn't learn their lesson when it came to the signal strength of the controller, and that's a huge shame because all other controllers I have, Xbox One, PS4, and even PC controllers, they don't have any problems. I can sit on my couch, have my controller under my blanket, and just be just fine. So it's something that the patch has to fix, but I can't believe they didn't test it. Like, how did you not see that? How did you not see that it wasn't working when you tried it? And that just blows me. It's crazy that Nintendo, a company that made a console that can be dropped from 30 feet and not break, designed a controller that can barely function under like 10 feet away or being covered from the back of your back. And it's just, there's a lot of issues with the Joy-Cons. There's a lot of issues, and all of it has to be with signal. So either they boost the signal or they don't. I don't know. Tell the next presentation, or tell someone gets an actual update. We won't know if that will fix the problems or not, and we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, another thing right now that people are having an issue is that they have no access to the eShop. We don't know what the eShop looks like, of course. From the last video I showed you guys that the man, he was told to update, but he didn't do it anyways. Right now we don't know what the eShop looks like, what the eShop has, any of that. That's just gonna have to be more stuff we have to wait for in the future, as well as we know a lot more things about the media function, the media app at least. That if you look at the video of the media app, it shows you that you can grab a screenshot and you can add text. This is gonna be the meme making machine. I swear, people are just going to grab screenshots of all Nintendo games and just gonna meme the fuck out of it. This is gonna be a platform for memers. And if you can add text and even trim or edit videos on this gallery app, you know how amazing that would be? You know how simple and easy it would make, you know, grabbing a walkthrough or a gameplay video of and just uploading it to YouTube? And what if they let you like upload the video directly to YouTube once you edit it and trimmed it? That would be fantastic. That would just, you could grab a screenshot, add text to it. Say, I don't know, let's play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Part 1. And then you grab the video you just recorded from the Switch and then trim it and then add the actual picture you just made right now and then upload it to YouTube. That would be amazing. That would be quick. Videos would come out of the Switch quickly. You know, things supporting YouTube like that, that would be something Nintendo wouldn't do, but it would be amazing if they did, right? If they just allowed you and it gave you all those tools right out the box, just to, here, you can grab this video, you can trim it, you can upload it to YouTube, and you're done. You can name it whatever you want. Like, if Nintendo cared about YouTube, they would realize how important YouTube is for their company, because YouTube makes people want to buy games, if they know it or not. You know, YouTube is a huge thing. Even in Japan it's a huge thing, and I don't understand that, because don't they see that YouTube is such a big thing in Japan? And obviously it's a huge thing here in America too, so why not support it more? If the gallery app does this, then that's a huge move for Nintendo, and it's a huge thing for the community as well. Hopefully we might get that, but probably won't. And this is a lot of stuff. This is all we get right now. All we get is just a meme making machine for now. Then we'll see what happens on later. Anyways, more about that day one patch, and it was inevitable that we were going to get a patch. Most consoles nowadays do, and it's just how consoles work. You get the machine, and you load it up, and you don't get to play. I don't know, like, yeah, I only waited for the Nintendo Switch for 3 months, or actually more. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not like I wanted to play video games today. It's just, yeah. I'll wait for the day one patch. Sure, cool. I'll wait a couple hours before I get to play Breath of the Wild. That kind of sucks. I heard that you can actually play Breath of the Wild while the patch is downloading, which is a cool plus. Hopefully they do what PS4 does and allows you to play the games while it's being downloaded, or play games while other patches and updates are being downloaded as well, kind of like how Steam works. That would be great. But as of right now, it's inevitable that we have a day one patch, and this day one patch has to be Nintendo saving grace. It has to fix all the problems we're having with the Joy-Cons, and if it doesn't, then Nintendo can just say goodbye to the gaming market, because or Nintendo could realize that they're making a huge mistake and just do it the next day. Who knows? People will still be pretty mad about that, right? It's the Joy-Cons themselves are functional. They are functional. They work. You had to do weird things so that you don't have any problems. That's fine and all, and people won't notice it, but they should fix it. It's a problem. It's a thing. It's there. Okay, so enough of the day one patch. It's gonna be there. You're gonna get it. It's gonna take your 26 gigs of storage. It's gonna take a piece of that, and that's what we have to deal with right now. Anyways, guys, that's really all I needed to say. We'll know so much more later. They're going to have another live stream and another presentation later. That's what I've heard. But for now, thanks for watching. Chef Maggie Gears signing out.